she right behind me. My diamonds so shiny, even sometimes they blind me. My repertoire's big, nothing I do is tiny. They wanna be me when they see me, cause that's just a rude awakening. Try me or deny me, and I am the dude who will take it there. I got money trees and in this season, watch I take them in. You just junior flexing, man, that's cute, somebody break them in. Flexing with my dogs, flexing with my bras. I'm flexible when flexing, cause I flex like it's my job. You can't see me like Mirage, I'm flexing just because. How you gon' pull up in boutiques when your car's in a garage? Never that. Did somebody ever say they better at flexing big? I go bigger, and that's how I get them back. You cannot flex on me or get the best of me. I'm master flex like Master Chef. I just got the recipe.
The world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's good!
And Homer to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep right center field, carrying, and it's gone!
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over! What a line shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
The world's best gather here.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another production here of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. Tonight we've got a triple header for you, kicking off with the AA, and it is me, Dwayne, bringing you some commentary to kick things off in this AA double header between Kawashi Blue and BigOBrad. And joining me without his camera, but here in voice and also in spirit, it is No Hummus, fellow Hall of Famer and XBLer. How you doing tonight, sir?
Doing good tonight, Dwayne. No triple header. I think that's what our first since opening night. So
Yep, indeed.
Lots of fun matches here, and we got two juggernauts here at the top of AAA.
Yeah, two juggernauts at the top of AAA. Indeed, you're totally right about that. You've got the Odin Owls and or the Orlando Odin Owls. A location familiar to you as a newcomer here on 80 Ego, and the veteran Kawashi here on 83 Ego with his Penguins this season. We got to get his updated logo in there. But both teams over 500 to start. But the Odin Owls have already jumped out to a really, really high offensive caliber, batting .393, 1.8 home runs per nine, over 300 hits already on the season. Very different from the approach that we've seen from the Icebirds, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I feel like both teams here, like when we look at their pitching, they're actually very similar, their stats, but I think where we might see the advantage here is the Owls offense. They've just been on a tear to kick off the season, going over 8 runs per game. If you're almost pushing 10 runs a game on average, that's often a very good recipe for success.
Yeah, it's really difficult to stifle people when they're scoring that many runs. Kawashi is a crafty type of player who's got the experience, who's been there before. That's why that's another one of those keys. A runner-up in the AA World Series in seasons past. Now here under the bright lights again, against a rookie. Will that play a factor tonight? I think both players here have a lot to prove. Both again over 500, but wanting 2 big wins in this mid-season. So I think without further ado, let's kick this triple header off, everybody. We got a long night of baseball ahead of us, and we're going to get you game number 1.
Yep, sit tight. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first match of our triple header tonight. It's going to be the Odin Owls going to Motor Yard here to take on the Penguins. This should be an interesting first match here, Dwayne. I'm just curious to see how either team is going to set the tone.
Yeah, tone setting going to be important. Hopefully, what we just saw here was a little bit of lag. Hopefully that doesn't come into play here in the early game or at any part in the game. But yeah, you know, jumping out early on match of the week, that's always big. Let's see what we got.
Ooh, close pitch there, but it makes it a 2-0 count. He placed nicely, but the better hit, as that's going to be a leadoff single for the Owls.
Yeah, it was hit pretty hard down the line. You know, Brad might be wanting extra bases out of that, but he'll take a single. Especially hard hit.
And that's going to be grounded right to the shortstop and goes for the out at first. Runner advances to second.
Yeah, had to do the fielder's choice, I think. Smart move there, you know, risked ending up having the both runners safe and feed up to second base.
Definitely. Batter swing, throws the first for the second out of the inning. Up next, Clockwork, hitting 7 home runs already this season, 32 RBIs. Wow.
Yeah, this is the big hitter for Brad, you'd have to think. He's going to be looking for something over the plate. Kawashi going to be looking to be careful. Nasty screwball.
2 count. Ooh, a little bit lag. Even count now, 2 outs here. Runner on third in the top of the first.
Ooh, you can see
Checks.
Another lag pitch.
Ooh, gets caught looking inside at the screwball for the third out of the inning. We go now to the bottom of the first. Still 0-0.
Yeah, you gotta hope this lag settles down. But still some impressive stuff from Kawashi with the early location.
Definitely. And that's going to be popped up into left field for the first out of the inning. Up next, Angela Saturn. Ooh, misses on the low pitch. That was kind of right down the middle. Ooh, misses again now, 0-2.
Yeah, Kawashi's going to want to catch up with these. K Neglector might do him some favors.
Watches high, full count now.
Yeah, more lag. Gonna have to wonder how long the players will let this run. Ooh, that's
This one's hit
rough.
high. It's far. Oh, not gone. Kind of looked like it was gonna be off the rip, but died just a little bit shy of the wall, but was able to bounce off it for a 1-out double. And that's going to be dropping just in front of the left field. The runner's going to stay at the corners. 1 out here for Luis Sluggerville.
Okay, decent start there.
Inside 1-2 count. Oh, that's gonna be pitched right to the pitcher, and that's gonna end the inning with a double play. We go to the top of the second, still 0-0.
That's one of those double plays, you know, you're happy about for sure if you're Brad, but that really stings if near the Penguins, because like we said, we talked about tone setting like right at the beginning of this game, and that would have really kind of done something there to set the tone. And now Brad's got his chance. Ooh, off the diving glove of Miles Prower. We've seen him do some work on prime time in the past, but he couldn't get it there.
Yeah, slider down the middle of the board. I think Kawashi's lucky there that didn't be anything more than a single. Ooh, nice two-seamer, make it even count. Swings at the outside slider. Runners at first and second now, no outs. First opportunity here for the Owls to score.
Yeah, this hitter long claw to .459 average. Definitely has had his fair share of base hits already in the young season. Gotta have to think that's been with some runners in scoring position. We're seeing a little bit more lag.
I have to be careful with some of these pitches because they can end up just going right over the middle if the connection just desyncs.
Yeah, monitoring closely to see if the players need to communicate at any point. This one's on the ground over to second. Nice play.
The runners at the corners now, one out. That's gonna go over the second baseman hand. Can't make the dive, and the Owls will take the first lead of the game. One out, single.
Yeah, I was kind of in a no man's land. There's nothing I don't think Kawashi really could have done with that. It was a good pitch.
That's go right to the shortstop, and this will end the inning. Owls score one, take an early lead here in the top of the second, 1-0.
Okay, so they trade double plays. One run did cross the plate. You know, Brad did a good job of getting bat to ball, but if you're Kawashi, that has to feel good, you know, a few runners on base and you've left them there.
That looks like it's going to be popped up to center fielder for the first out of the inning.
Here's the showman.
Check swings inside, 2-1 count. Even now off the foul ball. Full count. Hits this one right at the middle. That's going to be a 1-out single for the Penguins.
Yeah, really nice job by Kawashi exercising a good eye.
Definitely.
It's got Steeler as well on Prower. See if he uses that.
Already 0-2 count. Check swings, 1-2 now. Runner's gonna go for the steal, but that's just gonna go foul. And gets caught looking for the second out of the inning.
Both these players have shown some really good location on the hill so far. I know it's early in game one, but I'm impressed for, you know, a double-A set. This is why we get these triple headers going. You love to see what everybody's got all up and down each league.
Oh, out the post. Ball, in course.
That's going to be popped up to the left fielder for the third out of the inning. We go to the top of the third, still 1-0.
Feels like a matter of time before Brad jumps on a mistake, so there's a need to be careful here.
It's going to be hit to the right fielder for the first out of the inning. Up next, Woody Hoover, 0 for 1 tonight.
More lag pitch. Lucky strike.
Impressive play there from the catcher to reel the ball back from the backstop to make it a strike.
Yeah, these two are really fighting through it, as you can see right now.
Yep, just another classic flag storm here. In these situations, you really are at disadvantage if you're the pitcher, because as a hitter, you just gotta not swing and then just kind of hope for the best. But the pitcher, you're the one who has to make the play and just hope that everything goes somewhat smoothly and you don't end up like accidentally running a batter or two.
Yeah, that's really the riskier run here. As you can see, Kawashi giving it a shot, and that ball ends up anywhere. Yeah, this is getting tough. Let's see if they continue. Maybe they'll opt to suspend it. I mean, look at this. Look at this.
I think he's about to use up the entire timer. All right. That was luckily a strike for Kawashi. Full count now.
Yeah, they might give it a couple more tries here.
And that's going to be a walk. Runner on
This entire
first
game has
now.
been plagued by lag since the start.
Hits it softly. Second baseman doesn't make the dive, and that's going to have runners on first and second for 1 out. Clockwork up to bat 0 for 1 tonight. Ooh, nice strike. Just nailed the zone.
I did notify the players about possibly suspending it if they would like to. It looks like we're playing through it for the moment. Nicely caught by Prower out there. That's a big out for Kawashi.
Definitely. Soren Gahul up to bat. And that's going to be hit hard into the outfield. 1 run's going to score. And the runner's going around third, heading home. This could be a 2 RBI double here for the Owls. Make it 3-0 here on top of the third.
Yeah, tough break. I mean, lag or not, that screwball was kind of hovering over the plate.
That's going to be popped up. Blue fields it for a third out. So Owls score 2, make it a 3-0 game as we now go to bottom of the third.
Yeah, top 3-0 if you're, a Penguins fan, but, lead off single there to start the third. Maybe you can get something going to start chipping away at the lead.
Outside pitch, 3-0 count. And that's going to be hit right up the middle for another single. Tying run up to bat now for the Penguins here with no outs in the bottom of the third.
The dream start to the inning.
Ooh, 99 power just put it just a little bit more under, and that's out of here. And that's gonna be another walk. So bases loaded now, no outs for Sky Rodriguez, who already has a hit tonight.
You're seeing a really good eye from Kawashi here early.
Little guy, continue to maintain that patience. Don't just go swing at anything. That's going to be hit into right field. Fielder makes the jump for the wall. Oh no, the runner is caught heading home and the Owls will get an out here.
A fortunate out if you're Brad. I mean, all the runners were kind of caught up thinking that he was going to catch it. So nobody really got the head start they wanted to there.
Even count now, 2-2. And gonna get caught looking for the second out of the inning. Ramen dragging up to bat. High swing, 2-2 count. That's gonna be hit to center field for the third out of the inning. So Penguins score 1, cutting the lead down to 2 as we go now to the top of the fourth.
Both players have shown a good amount of, locating the ball, decent, contact at the plate, and that's just a tough error.
Went right to the fielder, just couldn't pick it up. So runner on first now, no outs for the Owls. And ball don't lie, it looks like that's going to be a double play.
That was a nicely paced pitch from Kawashi. Got the contact he was looking for. 4-6-3 double play there. Shows what the doctor ordered.
And just like that, the Penguins get out of the inning. We go now to bottom of the fourth. Still 3-1.
Barring the big, 2-run double or whatever it was, I believe. Kawashi's done a good job of keeping a lid on Brad's so-called really intimidating offense.
And that's going to go right over the pitcher for a leadoff single.
Fortunate hit off the hands. Sometimes when you direct it right up the middle, good things happen. Both players fighting admirably through this lag as it stands.
Takes a look at that 2-1 count. 3-1 now. Runner's gonna go for the steal, and it looks like that will be a single for the Penguins. With April showers the pitcher up to bat.
Nobody out. Interesting choice here early in the game.
A little too early for my liking, but the pitcher is already sitting at 52 pitches. I'm not sure what Kawashi's bullpen looks like, so maybe it could have paid off, but it looks like he'll keep the pitcher in here.
Here comes the bunt. Decent bunt.
Oof, the forced play.
Wow, even with the decent speed runner, can't get the sacrifice done there. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I just didn't get the best placement on it. That's gonna go right to third baseman for another out here.
Tough break.
Definitely. Oh, that's one Kawashi wishes he could have back, but looks like that will be caught for a third out of the inning. We go now to the top of the fifth, still 3-1.
Yeah, the Icebirds now, Penguins out hitting the Owls. So you have to think Kawashi wanted something to really start to turn. Just needs to keep the pitching up, and maybe, eventually it will break that way. Because, the success at the plate seems like it's there.
I guess we go right to shortstop for the first out of the inning.
But a ton of ground balls from Brad here to Kawashi's fielders.
Yeah, Kawashi's done a good job of keeping Brad in the park, not really letting him get a lot of power on his hits. And Prowler's able to catch up for a second out of the inning. Hedwig Potter up to bat.
Little 3-0 high curveball action. I've been known to drop that in there as well once in a while. You just use that because you got a better feel with it than the fastball at the moment. A nice sliding catch to end the inning.
Yeah, nice slide from Prowler there as we now go to bottom fifth. Still 3-1.
Really feels like the Penguins are still in this game. If you're Brad, you want to pitch well here, but that one's crushed.
Ooh. Just went into the deep part of the stadium, and Owls get away with one.
I can't believe that didn't leave the park. It just kind of hung up there, I guess. Maybe the wind's blowing in tonight.
Must be. Watches the pitch high inside 2-1 count. 3-1 here. Something I'm noticing here, that guy already at 81 pitches and counting here. I don't wonder how long he stays out here until the bullpen is called in.
That's a ton of pitches. I mean, Kawashi's really worked counts tonight. Kind of silently so.
Ooh, that one's far, but it's going to be caught by Hoover for the second out of the inning.
Unfortunate contact there.
Oh, that one's hit right to Hoover again for the third out of the inning. So we go now to the top of the sixth. Still 3-1.
Definitely super frustrating if you're Kawashi there. These balls are getting hit hard. Like I was saying earlier, something feels like it's got to give, especially if you keep pitching well. Brad wanting to be the adversary here. He's doing a good job of putting up the fight.
And that's a good go right up the middle for a 1-out single.
This is a part of the order where Brad's a little bit dangerous.
It flips right in the middle, but it's swing and a miss. 1-1 count.
Seems like, on some well-located pitches, Brad's having some difficulties, so... these stats may be suffering as well from being such an unknown player, maybe some things are getting figured out about his game.
Definitely. Swings to that one, but it looks like the right fielder could get under it for the second out of the inning. Long claw up to bat here. 0 for 2 already tonight.
Still an intimidating hitter with that low pitch.
And that's good right up the middle. Burners on first and second now with 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. Next up, Shadow U. RBI 0 does activate. But looking at RBI count, that must not really matter much.
Fastball hitter as well to contend with. These hitters for Brad are built pretty well.
That looks like it's gonna drop. Even count now 2-2.
The fight showing here.
Full count now. Runners on first and second. They should be going. And that's gonna be a walk. Slider outside, misses zone as the pitcher comes up to bat here. And I think if you're the Owls, this is where you make that substitution. Yup. Ghost Wing now, RBI hero, looking to put this game out of reach for the Penguins.
Tons of power and contact on this pinch hitter too. You can see Kawashi really wanted to make the right decision here. This is the game of chess that is baseball.
Getting the righty-righty matchup here.
Closely missed.
And that's gonna go right up the middle. 1 run will score. Make it a 4-1 ball game off the RBI single. Bases still loaded.
Brad did a good job of not trying to do too much with that. You know, a single up the middle is just as good as one in the gap there. Maybe, you know, a grand slam would have been even better, but a single up the middle is good too.
Ooh, nice cutter outside. Makes it already 0-2.
Aggressive.
Swing and a miss.
Wow, we got the delay.
Off. And so the Penguins only give up 1 run as we now go to the bottom 6. 4-1.
There was some humor in that, I guess. Probably not for the players, but that was pretty funny.
It's one of those things you just have to laugh off and just keep it moving.
Both these players, again, getting huge points for just playing through this right now. I don't think either of them have given thought to trying to pause it or suspend it.
Gahul's gonna throw the first out of the inning. Up next, Mittens, McLennan. Oh no, the fielder misses the ball.
How does he miss that?
That was a bit of a weird sequence there. Usually the field is able to pick it up, but Penguins looking to already go for a substitute here, and I don't know. There is a runner on the first now, or second, 1 out, but
contending with a reverse splits as well.
This could be popped up to right fielder.
It's down.
Dropped. Oh, left field. Oh no, the cannon arm in right field prevents a run for the Owls.
Wow, what a moment. What a recovery from Brad. That's why you put that there in right field. A good arm out there is crucial.
Yeah, I don't think Kawashi was aware of that cannon arm. Otherwise, I doubt he goes for home there.
Big movement in the game here for the leadoff hitter.
And that's gonna go right past the shortstop. Runner's gonna round third. This time, not going to contest the outfield arm. As Angela Saturn, bases loaded here. 2 outs for the Penguins. This might be their biggest opportunity so far to get some runs, and that's gonna go right up the middle past the diving second baseman. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and the Penguins cut the lead down to 1 here.
Now this is some good ball here. This was the dam was about to break at a certain point here for the Penguins. Let's see what Kawashi can continue to do.
And that one's hit with some oomph, but it's not going to be enough, as that's going to be caught by Potter for the 3rd out inning. Penguins scored 2, and we go now to the top of the 7th, now 4-3.
That was a big inning there for the club.
Without a doubt.
If Brad can respond, though, that would be massively demoralizing. And that's exactly what he's going to be looking to do here. Let's see. This game's taking on a very red versus blue feel here with the deep reds of the Owls against the icy blues of the Penguins.
Throwing to first for the 1st out of the inning.
Nice pitch.
Count.
Oh!
Ooh, whoa. Cutter outside. Just barely makes his own. I want to see if we could get a little zone. Just to see where that might be.
You see Brad checked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. Cutter, backdoor, right at the edge of the zone. Everybody wants to be the person who can put one in there. Kawashi just did it on prime time.
That's one of those risky pitches that could easily turn into a home run if you don't place it correctly there. We now go to the bottom of the 7th, still 4-3. Luis Sluggerville up to bat.
Part of the order here for the Penguins. And if he hits anything like he did last inning, it looks like he's trying to. That's a good sign.
Roll all the way to the wall. Don't know how much speed. I guess not enough here, but that's going to be a leadoff double for the Penguins. Opportunity for them to tie the game here with Ramen Dragon up to bat. Let's go into the outfield again. Runners at the corners, no outs here.
Kawashi really seeing the ball now.
Yeah, if I'm the Owls here, I'd pull this pitcher. She has not been doing you any favors. That reverse splits has not been a factor.
Now we've seen righties and lefties getting hits here. You know, the slider been a non-factor, the cutter been a non-factor. The four-seamer crushed.
Ooh, I think we both thought that was going to be gone, Dwayne, but the Penguins will tie it up off the sacrifice fly. On the 7th here, 1 out.
I mean, these two have fought through a lag storm here, and to get the, the production and excitement out of this game that we've gotten, really, really impresses me.
Ooh, 1-1 count. That's going to be popped up to center field for the 2nd out of the inning. Next up, Bullet Valentine.
Yeah, she's not going to get a second AB here.
O2 count.
You hear the Japanese heckler in the background.
Don't think I ever noticed that till now, but it looks like that's going to be caught for the 3rd out of the inning. We go now to the top of the 8th, and we have a brand new ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look at this.
Up next.
4-4, and then look at this hitter. Wow, he's 3 for 3 tonight. Locked in with the Ace Exterminator. This is best versus best right here.
And the pitcher wins this duel, as that's going to be the 1st out of the inning.
Yeah, Brad got a little excited, went reaching for it. And now he's got himself, 1 pitch, 1 out with his best hitter. We've all seen that. We've all been there.
Crossed up activates, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be a 1-1 count. Uh-oh, slider right down the middle. Goes foul, 2-2. And that's going to be hit hard in the center field. Prowler is able to not reach it. Oh no, runner's going to head for second. Might make it to third. That's going to be a triple here for the Owls.
Oh, with less than 2 outs too, that's humongous. Oh, now is he going to just try and get some contact? What's he going to do? Infield's in.
Looks like he's going to try to get Long Claw to pop it up here. And maybe get a strikeout. And that's going to go past the infield for the tie-breaking run. Owls take it late here in the top of the 8th.
Unable to catch the ball at a critical moment. Produces a run.
I think in that situation, I might have walked the batter just to try to get a double play in this at bat. But the runner on first now, 1 out. Whoa, slider just barely hits the zone. 1-2 count.
Brad not fishing now.
And swings low at the outside changeup for strike 3. Becky Smalls, the pitcher, up to bat. Looks like she's gonna be subbed out for Pond Vortex. Owls looking to build their lead.
I was gonna just say one of the things about Double A. I mean, these games really just feel like anything can happen at any given moment, right? It's just there's a chaos factor in this. Maybe because people are mismatched egos, things like that. But, you know, it's just a beautiful thing.
Second baseman throws the first for a third out of the inning, so Owls score 1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-4 now, with Sonic Blue, the 9-hitter, up for the Penguins.
Yeah, big moment here. You know, we've seen him do it in the last couple innings. Can he do it again now? You're giving up the lead once more.
That's gonna be popped into right field for the first out of the inning. Up next, Amy Kanmochi, going back to the top of the order here. I think if you're Kawashi, you still got to feel good about your offense here, especially now as we flip it back to the top of the order. He's going to swing at that one, though. That's going to be thrown to first for the second out of the inning. Angela Saturn up to bat here. Already has a double and a single tonight.
Yeah, you really need to watch out for, you know, being impatient, reaching outside the zone in these critical moments.
That one could be hit hard. Ooh, this might die at the wall. It does, but that's going to be a 2-out double for the Penguins.
A lot of warning track power for the Penguins here. Kawashi's going to want a few of these to have gone over the fence, but a big double here may not hurt either way. Sky Rodriguez is a big hitter in the lineup.
Check swing, 1-1 count.
She's got the trademark face mask.
Watches the goodbye. Full count now. 2 outs. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Penguins unable to score as we go to the top of the 9th. Still 5-4.
We are set up for some drama here in game 1. This is only the first game of the triple header, huh? This is crazy. What a long night of baseball we've got ahead of us.
Oh, and that one's hit high. It's far.
Whoa!
But Rodriguez makes the dive at the wall. Reaches up and gets the first out of the inning. My goodness, Dwayne.
How on earth did she catch that? That might be one of the greatest diving plays in the outfield I've ever seen in this game. That was absolutely insane.
It just got the perfect angle on that dive.
Yeah, I mean, that's on sheer angle and timing. I don't know if I've seen a better play. That was insane. In a clutch moment, too.
Without a doubt, especially here on Match of the Week. We're going out to the bottom of the 9th, and it's going to be Luis Sluggerville looking to tie things up here. And all good rallies start with a good at bat here.
I was going to say, everyone just get your, you know, clear the air of all lag mojo. Try and get a good inning here.
Oh, grounds it right to shortstop, was able to throw it to first for the first out of the inning.
Tough break there.
Yep, but Kawashi still has Ramen Dragon up here. Another solid bat. Just has to be patient at the plate and wait for his pitch.
Brad wants to shut the door.
That one's hit high. Going to the wall. Close call. It's caught by Potter at the wall. Doesn't even have to jump.
He just stands there nonchalant and just catches it.
And the Penguins get a 2-out single here, tying run on first here. With Mittens McClanahan up to bat.
Tons of speed. He wants one in the gap.
And the gap he gets as runners can no. Oh wow. No, the corner.
No!
And that's gonna be third out of the inning. The cannon arm does it again, and the Penguins lose here in game one. Final score 5-4. Some key defensive plays from Brad were able to seal the deal in this one.
Yeah, nicely done. Brad, I think, just had that cannon arm in the right place at the right time a couple different times, and that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, that's some money well spent there, as that pretty much gave him the win here in game one. Stay tuned, folks, as we get ready here in game two in just a short moment.
We load in now, folks, to Sakura Hills, the home of the Orlando Odin Owls, as we will see game two of the AA match of the week here in the Sunday triple header. We will have the AAA following at 7 p.m. Eastern in an hour's time between Spliff Star and Heisman, and then the XBL comes up at 9 p.m. for the nightcap between Snowbird and Dynasty. So really exciting stuff. Game one, BigOBrad took by a score of 5-4, but it was full of drama. Almost a huge comeback there for Kawashi. Let's see if he can get the split now. Brad obviously wants a big sweep. He's still trying to make that name for himself as a rookie in this AA.
Sakura Hills. Get your mitts ready
Players exchange the pleasantries.
Now batting, right field, number 17.
Looks like I think they're just back in time for the first pitch.
Welcome back, Hummus, as the first pitch is a strike. Oh, we got more red versus blue. Both these teams in the full color jumpsuits as well. They kind of followed a theme here unintentionally. I like that. Love to see it. This one ripped out there, center. Potter makes the grab. Still a little choppiness in this second game. Let's see if that ends up being a factor. In the first game, we were able to play through it. Kawashi steps out.
Getting a lot of good swings here. Just hasn't really been able to break it open. But you just gotta wonder when he'll be able to break through.
Ball misses low. And the 1-2 over the head of the first baseman, thinking about maybe extra bases. No, Kawashi stays at first. That cannon arm, you do not want to test it. We learned that last game.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 15, Sky.
Hummus, that cannon arm, I would have to say, was the difference in the last game, right?
Without a doubt, Dwayne. You know, you saw it prevent a run late in the game. We saw it ended what could have been a rally for the Penguins in the ninth. Just a lot of defensive plays that we saw in that game.
Placement of cannon arm is something that, you know, has not been discussed much amongst the crew. Maybe that's a new topic of discussion. Where do you put your cannon arm? We've got 2 outs here at the top of the first. Ball misses outside to Louis Sluggerville. We've got Roulette pitching on the hill. Roulette's fastball in there for a strike. Here comes the high fork. On the ground to Gahoot. Throws it to first. There's 3 down. We go to the bottom half. Owl Jolson bats as we are in Brad's perspective for the second game as well.
That's a strike.
Ooh, struck out looking. Does not go fishing for that one. And ends up, you know, back on the bench, bringing up Woody Hoover. Mayflowers is the pitcher for Kawashi. And we have had a few of those April showers, so maybe that will bring Kawashi his Mayflowers. That was not a good... I tried. That was not good. Strikeout.
There's points for credit there, Dwayne.
Strikeout. And we can see Hedwig Potter at the plate. I like the combo here because you get the C to H Potter, and you think, oh, that's Harry Potter, and then you see the name and it's not, but it's his owl. And there's a pop-up for out number 3, and we go to the top of the second.
Number 6.
Strike in there. Slider on the corner, but it's hit well. Deep to left. Hoover's back. Jumps. It's gone.
Thankfully, that's our first. I think that's our first home run of the series. Both offenses here, they've had almost home runs. But finally, someone gets it over the wall here, and the Penguins strike first.
That is a great rip there.
Damn.
Wow, that's pulled out the blaster on him. Pew, 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 pew. After you hit the home run, that's how you feel sometimes. I've been known to do that on stream.
Oh no, right down the middle. Can he take advantage?
That one's popped up foul. Yeah, big solo shot. That slider was right on the corner too, but I don't know. Even the best placed sliders once in a while. This one popped. Possibly fair, and it's out there into the grass. Another slider ends up being a hit. Does not test the arm. And it is Mittens.
I feel like she got lucky there, Dwayne, because if you miss that cannon arm throw, that's still gonna activate the trait. So Brad could have very well sent it into the opposite field.
Yeah, you want to be careful with those. And no, and there's an error. That has to be due to the lag.
Oh, without a doubt, that definitely got messed up by that. The Penguins get a lifeline here.
Pitcher drops to bunt. Does not offer. Good eye from Kawashi, not offering it the ball. 3-0, pulls back again. 3-1 pitch. Gonna swing away. Oh, there's a great bunt down the third base line. Pitcher around left, throws to first. In time for the
Not
out.
enough speed, but that was an excellent bunt there from Kawashi.
It really was an excellent bunt. That's the type of bunt you want all your bunts to be. Runners on third, though, with 2 outs. Needs a hit with Sonic Blue to get the run across. Rowlett wants to get out of the jam. Let's see that heater low. Misses. 3-1. Hitters count. Slider ripped up the middle. That'll be a hit and a run scored. Hedwig Potter gets it in there.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 17.
They're blaming your
Some of the
lag cannon
Penguins.
in the chat, Hummus. Did you bring your lag cannon to the game tonight?
You know, sometimes you need to do some maintenance tests.
The emergency alert system. Popped up, left field. Hoover calls them off, even though there's nobody around him. And he makes the catch. There's 3 outs, and we're going to the bottom of the second. Bringing up clockwork. This is the big hitter here in the lineup for Brad. And hit he does. Gets single. Soren Gahul sees one miss outside. Ooh, that one gets away.
Oh no. Is that gonna... I think just a second, yep.
Yeah, we see some I don't even really know what to call that. Just some tomfoolery. As the batter's not walked.
Tomfoolery it is.
Got a big moon on the jersey there for Brad. I didn't notice that before. That's pretty cool. We got Midnight Screech batting. 2 on, no out.
Oh, that's inside. High ball.
The 2-0 pitch.
No,
Misses outside. Now it's 3-0 again. Kawashi having trouble finding the zone. This one right down the middle. The second baseman dives off the glove.
Oh no.
Thinking about home is Brad. He's all on his way around. Can Moki's throw? Not in time. And there will be 1 run scored, and it's 2-1.
And that's a tough break there for Kawashi. Just unable, his second baseman unable to pick it up, and the ball just like kind of like fell under him.
Ball outside.
Elite 2 seam, but surrounded to contend with as the runners are on with no outs still. Long claw at the plate. He crushes it into the left center field gap. They're on their horses. There they go. Rounding third are both runners. Long claw gets into second standing. And now the Odin Owls have the lead over the Penguins.
I like that phrase, on their horses.
On their bikes, on their horses. Either way, they were rolling. Ooh, dive from McClanahan. Throws it to first in time for an important out.
Number 37.
Yeah, Owls already have retaken the lead here in the bottom of the second, only with an out. It looks like they'll get an additional run here. Really showing off that high-powered offense here early on.
Yeah, you saw Rowlett just slap one into the dirt there and get the run home on the fielder's choice. So it's 4-2 now as this one's popped up center field. Prowler should be able to get there. It does. Makes the basket catch. Ends the inning, but not before 4 runs score. And it becomes the Orlando Odin Owls who got the lead. The Penguins want to respond, and this one's hit deep to right. It is high in the air. It is just foul.
The Owls just barely get away, and that's impressive forkball that just hits the zone.
This one hit into center. And there is 1 on now with no outs for Kawashi from Scott Rodriguez. That one hit high in the air, deep to right center field. Sky Rodriguez thinking about extra bases. Kawashi thinking about home. 1 run is going to score on the play. And it is 4-3.
You're lucky for Kawashi, the right fielder wasn't the one that picked it up. Otherwise, that would have been a missile and then some to home.
Louise Sluggerville batting. Fastball misses. Here comes the slider. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Now 1-2. Slider again. Misses outside. Two-seamer. Makes the count full. Big pitch here in the at-bat, and it's hit through the left side. That's going to make it first and third for Kawashi. Still no outs. Looks like we are getting a little bit of back and forth in this ball game. Ryman Dragon misses the heater that was misplaced. 0-1 inside. That slider to Dragon is crushed to left. Hoover can get there though. It looks like it. It'll be caught. Sack fly though ties the game for the Penguins.
A nice hit on the ball there. Couldn't get it to drop, but more importantly, he's able to make it a new ball game here in the top of the third.
Miles Prower high inside slider hit up the middle. Miles Prower has been known to get those sneaky ones right up the chute, and he gets that speedy legs on base for McClanahan. Has a slow runner in front of him.
Those high sliders, just gotta be really careful with those because you can give up a lot of hits like that.
You can see some lag here. Both players waiting a moment. Doesn't seem to be as bad as the first game. Both players responding well with the bats. Fastball to right, caught by Screech. 2 down.
The pitcher, number 21, May Flowers.
May Flowers misses a bunt. Interesting.
Bunt with 2 outs. Are you sure? I don't know, but maybe
nice
Kawashi didn't
ball.
realize the out count. Runner's gonna go for the steal. And Hoover gets under for the third out of the inning. We go now to the bottom of the third. All tied up.
Wasn't a bad idea to hit and run there, but did not really execute. And now Woody Hoover bats with that first pitch slider. He uses it, swings it one off the hands. Shortstop McClanahan makes the catch in shallow left, and Hedwig Potter will now hit.
Hedwig Potter.
Oh, wow, just misses.
Just yanked the reticle too much inside.
And underneath it again, the slider kind of fooled him. It's popped up and Prower can handle it. There's 2 down for Clockwork.
Number 16.
Clockwork really hit, he's got a couple of hits here, but he hasn't really shown off that power that his stats indicate here.
Brad been looking to make a big difference in this game with the bat, but he has not really seen, the success there. Another one popped up deep to left. He's just got to be waiting for his pitch. But Kawashi, with that veteran experience, like we said, he's been here before, and he's probably doing a good job of finding those edges. Popped up. Ooh, uh-oh. Caught? Okay.
Luckily, the center fielder was able to not get stuck in traffic.
1-0 pitch for a strike. That slider's crushed to left center field. I don't think Potter's going to catch that. It's off the wall on the fly. So just when it's brought up in chat, it gets crushed, as is tradition. But no, my favorite slider of the night was the one that was perfectly placed on the corner that got put into the left field seats. That was pretty impressive work from our man Brad. Something that can be done at 80 ego, but I don't know about 90. The 3-1 pitch inside for a walk. Sky Rodriguez, she's already had a big double here earlier. That one misses it low and inside. This heater outside misses as well. There's some increased speed on the base paths as well for Kawashi. You have to wonder maybe they'll be running.
Lots of great discipline here from Kawashi. He hasn't really chased too many pitches here. He gets the out there, but he's making contact in the zone. He's not just swinging at anything. He's waiting for his pitch, and that was gonna go high. It is far. It is gone. Penguins get a 3-run shot here with 2 outs, make it a 7-4 ball game. Sluggerville's 5th home run of the season.
Number 6.
He's gonna go back to the well with the slider again there, and drops it in for a strike. I don't think Kawashi was expecting that. That fastball hit up the middle. But yeah, huge 3-run shot there, puts the Penguins ahead. There's been a way more power in this game than in the last one. I think both players, again, feeling some added benefit, so a little less lagging. This one hit up the middle again. So Kawashi's really found the bat here.
Oh yeah, he's like, if you just showed me the scores right now without telling me the team, I would have thought this was the Owls.
This one hit foul. There's 2 on, 2 out. Clanahan, not a ton of power, but a great propensity for getting on base with that speed and contact. Checks at the 1-1. Runners go. It's popped into center. It's going to fall. Run's going to score on the hit and run. Fortunate for Kawashi there. Brad's feeling it.
Number 21.
A nice play from Penguins to go for that hit and run.
Swing and a miss low. Hoots Street, rally stopper, elite forcing. We saw him last game. 2-2 pitch from Street. Flipped into right field where Screech has to run a decent way, but kept it for out number 3. And now we're in the bottom of the 4th, and it's 8-4. There's been a ton of scoring in this one.
Interesting how the Owls have more runs than hits, and they're already at 4 runs.
Mayflowers had a bit of a jam earlier in the game, and now with the run support, still going at it. This one's crushed though to right center. Prower makes the catch. Wow, what a dive.
Yeah, excellent play there in the outfield to not give the Owls a leadoff hitter here.
This one flipped down the right field line. That's not catchable. That looks like extra bases as it skips along into the corner. Brad's got the 1-out double. You want to see Brad, really unload on one here. I think he's due for a homer. Long Claw steps in, taking the brunt of some lag. He's going to take a moment here. Strike in there. Ooh, and that's off the hands. Pitcher can't get it, though. I think everyone's going to be safe. And they are.
Nice little infield single for the Owls. Gotta be careful with that surrounded tree.
Ooh, that's flipped into left center field, and that's down for a run. That's big for Brad. Like you said, surrounded maybe coming into play.
Number 56. Street.
Ooh, another one off the end of the bat. Not as fortunate this time as Brad, and it's a double play.
Ooh. Good break there from the Penguins, but the Owls do get one.
Nice diving play from Long Claw. Flips it to the pitcher in time for out number 1.
The right fielder, number 17.
I'm seeing a lot of good defensive plays from both teams here tonight.
Yeah, we really are. Double-A producing on both ends of the ball here in game number 2. Both players really putting up the excitement. This has been a really good set of baseball we've seen tonight. And it's not over yet, as this is only the top of the 5th, and that curveball crushed high in the air. Screeches back. He can't get there. See you later. There's a solo shot for the Penguins.
Talking about taking some momentum out of the Owls' win here. The Penguins getting their run back after giving up one last inning.
There's a strike. Strike.
1-2 pitch.
Ball, that's
Misses inside. Now it's 2-2 to Angela Saturn. That fastball ended up right down the middle. It's crushed into right center field. Saturn's thinking about 2, maybe even 3. Screech has that cannon arm, so we're not going to test it. 1 out. 1 runner on second for Sky Rodriguez.
15, Sky Rodriguez.
Strike in there. Slider to Rodriguez. Hit on the ground. Jolson picks it up, throws it to first. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, number 40.
Here's Louise Sluggerville, who had the big 3-run homer to break things open last inning. Strike in there. Slider high. Flipped into left center field. Potter should get there. He does. There's 3 outs. And it's the bottom of the 5th for Owl Jolson.
Number 18.
Still against Mayflowers.
There's a strike.
Oh no!
The phantom hit becomes a strike.
Ball.
That one, though, flipped on the right field line, and that's not going to be a phantom hit. That's going to be extra bases, so fortunate for Brad. He gets a double out of the deal.
Number 19.
Woody Hoover bats.
No, inside ball.
Oh, Woody just misses one. 1-1 pitch.
Ball.
Kawashi really pitching with great location tonight. Gets one high and inside there. Now 2-2. Hit on the ground to short. Brad back to second. Throw goes to first. 1 down. Nice job looking the runner back for Kawashi. And it is heavyweight Potter.
Strike.
Ooh, off the hands. Flowers on to first. There's 2 down. Runner moves over to third.
Number 16.
Clockwork. We brought his name up a lot, but really he's been kind of non-existent in this series so far.
Outside.
2-0 pitch hit over to McClanahan on a hop. Throws it to first in time. Nice job handling that one. And we go to the top of the 6th where Ramen Dragon will bat. That ball hit through the hole between first and second. It's a leadoff single for Dragon.
Now batting, the center field.
You know, if a slow batter hits it hard into the right field, running to first, that could very well be an out with that cannon arm there in right field.
That's a humongous point. You gotta watch out for that. I think Kawashi built around a lot of speed, but sometimes the perfect storm does align. That's another hit out there, and there's first and third for the shortstop McClanahan. Hoot Street's 30th pitch now 31st. He's getting tired. Running goes second, throw not in time.
Runners in second and third, no outs. This is one of the best spots to be in.
More insurance if you're Kawashi. You want to walk away with a sure split here. Checks at that one though, looking. Strikeout.
The pitcher, number 21, May Flowers.
That was a well-placed pitch.
Now batting, number 42.
Ball outside.
Ivo or Ivo Robotnik. Pinch hitter pops it up. There's out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 91.
The bat ball hitter does not get a hold of that one. Pops it up behind short into center field. Jolson makes the grab. He ranges out there for a pretty long way for a shortstop. And there's 3 outs in the bottom of the 6th for Soren Gahul.
Just a bit outside.
The 1-0 flipped on the ground. Blue throws it to first. There's out number 1. Ivy Peppers out of the pen for the Penguins.
Strike.
Really dangerous pitcher. We only saw her for a brief moment in the last game.
Ball, that's outside. Nope, inside ball.
That one hit right up the middle. Nicely done to get a single there from Brad.
Number 27.
Now it's the batter long claw. He hits one up the middle. Nicely done with 1 down.
Number 12. Shadow.
There's a strike.
You brought up this hitter last game on this with the RBI 0 and the fastball hitter. He takes a breaking ball out there though into the left center field gap, and he's going to get an RBI. You were saying how much that didn't seem to matter, and wouldn't you know?
Yeah, RBI 0, no problem.
You love to see that. Good hitting there from Brad. Nice situational baseball.
Number 47.
And it is the pinch hitter Ghost Wing.
This is actually the tying run up here.
Ball.
Big moment in the ball game. Ghost Wing rips it. McClanahan dives. Nice play on to second. Over to first in time for the double play.
Oh! Wow. Big guts there to go for 2, and it pays off as the Penguins only give up a run.
An absolutely insane defensive play. Saving runs there. Backed off the plate there by the lag pitch. It looks like. We'll take a moment.
You could take both of these 2 games and then call it a day if you need any highlights for the week.
Seriously, we're going to be picking through this one for a while. There's a hit up the middle to start the 7th inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 27.
That's a strike.
Becky Smalls with reverse splits is in the game. Hit up the middle.
Kawashi just always has found a lot of ways this game to just continue to get hits. Not let, like, whoever's on the mound, he just gets hit after hit, just wearing this bullpen down. Oh, that's right down the middle. Oh, no swing, though.
With a dangerous hitter at the plate when Rodriguez, that one's hit up the chute. Sets the table with the bases loaded, no outs.
Now batting, the catcher,
I feel like the way that Brad can score here, you gotta get at least 2 runs this inning with the bases loaded.
Yeah, you have never any idea what type of rally these big games can produce, especially down towards the AA where the egos get a little bit erratic. Oh, and that's crushed. Left center. Potter back. See you later. Grand slam home run. Sluggerville, second of the game. She's got 7 RBIs.
now batting, the first baseman.
Just an absolute nuke into center field here. Breaks the game open for the Penguins.
Thomas,
And there's still no
didn't
outs
ask
to
for a
run.
slugfest, but man, we got it. There's one out.
You know, the way Kawashi was hitting game 1, just so many hits dying at the wall. I feel like this is kind of correcting that here.
Yeah, something had to give after a really close game 1, and now the Penguins are absolutely going off. That one's hit by Prower into right field. Nice piece of hitting on a corner fastball. Prower is off the bag. He's got to get back. He's caught in between. The throw goes to second. And he's going to be tagged out in the rundown eventually. There we go. There's out number 2.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Maybe Kawashi just maybe held the base running button too long here, as that looks like the end the inning.
Oh, the humongous shot. 22 hits for the Penguins here in this game. Multiple home runs. This one shot to left center. It splits the fielder's dive off the glove of Sky Rodriguez. There's a leadoff double for the Owls, and things are not over yet.
Definitely. Owls can definitely still get some big runs here, make it a closer game.
That one shot into center field. Brad's thinking about home. Here comes the throw. Will be cut off. Run scores. It's 13-7.
Number 42, Hedwig Potter.
That's a strike.
Hedwig Potter can't straighten that one out. It's foul. 2 strikes. Pitch from Pepper. Low. 1-2 again. Hit up the middle.
Number 60.
Clockwork. Sees one go way high, and it's past the catcher. Everybody's moving. Brad has to go back. There's been some lag here. A little dangerous. These games are live, folks.
No, outside.
And catcher needs to start making some plays.
We're dealing with a crossed up trait here, one of the rare ones in the league.
Ooh.
Batters walked.
No, bases loaded, no outs, Dwayne. Brad is 1 pitch away from maybe taking this, making it much closer.
Oh, and it's caught by Prower. He tried to trade grand slams with Kawashi, but it ends up being a sac fly. It's 13-8.
Number 10.
Another one crossed up off the glove.
Damn. Crossed up just triggering 3 times in a row. Or not 3 times in a row, but it seems like 3 times already this game. This inning.
You can see Kawashi getting a little impatient with the reliever, maybe thinking about something in the pen, but it's caught for out number 2 on the line out. Long claw batting. This one on the ground, first baseman Dragon picks it up, throws it to first. It's caught by Pepper. There's 3 down. It's 13-8. 2 runs did score. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. Another additional reminder, in about 30 minutes time, the XBL AAA match of the week will begin. Unicorn and Mystery Man on the call, Spliffstar and Heisman on the field. Huge games as Spliffstar looks to defend that number 1 seat that he's got right now and that scoreless inning streak, while Heisman is continuing to punch up in stunning fashion. So really, really big games there tonight. XBL follows at 9 with a match between Ty and Snowbird, as we see another strikeout. Those two vying for playoff position, both of them wanting to get head above water into that playoff cutoff. So big games in the triple header tonight, in addition to these AA we've seen. Sonic Blue, the 9-hole hitter. 1-0. Makes it 2-0. The slider high, incoming. Misses. 3-0 pitch, swung on, hit dead center. Potter makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, the right field, number 17.
Starting to get a little bit of presence of lag here late.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. It looked like it went up in the air and then down and then back.
Might be the world's greatest eephus pitch in history.
It was a knuckleball. off the diving body. Quickly flip the first, and there's 3 outs right to the bottom of the 8th. Thankfully, all the fun parts of this game have not been plagued by any troublesome lag. We've got Bullet Valentine back in it. We saw her in game 1 against Shadow U. We saw Shadow U overcome that RBI 0 last time at the plate and become an RBI hero. This time, though, popped up about 40 feet. Pond Vortex is going to come off the bench. Inside pitch, pinch perfect.
Ball, that's inside. Strike.
Ooh, hit well, deep to left, but foul. 1-2. Waiting for a bit more lag to subside. Ooh, struck him out looking. And the ball frozen in midair. Nice. We've seen some interesting stuff, that's for sure.
Even the catcher could throw a knuckleball. Knuckleball so powerful it stays in place.
Yeah. A physical feat. Ball fouled away. It's 1-2 with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. This one hit though up the middle. Brad's gonna stay alive.
Number 19, Woody Hoover.
It is Woody Hoover at the plate. Woody Hoover sees the ball. Decent speed at first. Valentine's pitch. High again. 3 straight balls.
Ball 4.
Walked. We see Hedwig Potter at the plate. Hedwig Potter wants to do some damage. It's crushed to right center field. It's deep. Way back there. It's Sakura. Can't hold this one. See you later. It's 13-11.
Wow, the break out the double digits for both teams here. And I was just about to say Potter can make things interesting here with one swing of the bat. And boy, he does.
Deep to right center field. This one, though, caught by Kenmoki. And that'll do it for the innings. So, though, now let's get 3 runs closer. Now it's a 2-run deficit. He's going to have to do it in the bottom of the 9th, wanting to keep the Penguins here.
Yeah, if I'm Kawashi here, I'm looking to get as many insurance runs as possible here. And that K collector about to be 99 velo.
Nice pitch. 101 at the knees, got him frozen.
Fielder, number 50, Sky Rodriguez.
Sky Rodriguez hits one hard on the ground, picked up by Claw. And we'll see Louis Sluggerville, who's got the 2 home runs and 7 ribbies tonight. Earlier, the 3-run homer and the grand slam. Looking for more with 2 outs here against Courtney Batt. This one hit on the ground. Gahul picks it up. There's the first in time. There's out number 3, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th in game number 2. It's a 2-run game. 5, 6, 7 coming up. I don't think Kawashi has a ton of options in the bullpen. This one hit on the ground first pitch. Blue throws the first, 1 down. That's fortunate.
Just gotta pretty much keep Brad off the base paths here. Because all it takes is a hit, and then all of a sudden you already have the tying runner up to bat. Nice dive from Dragon. Throws to first for the 2nd out of the inning. Clutch dive.
That's a huge dive here to keep his team from having any base runners. And it is the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, and it's lifted. Right center and caught. But the match of the week classic, honestly, couldn't have entertained any more. What a game from these two. 13-11, Kawashi takes the win and the split. Nice job from Brad in game 1. Nice job from Kawashi to answer in game 2. I mean, really, really impressive stuff. This was as exciting as AA can get.
Yeah, I think both players here are going to be satisfied with their performance overall, getting the split. It's always when when you're facing someone that's like similar to skill level, you can always be satisfied with taking the split though. So I'm sure both players would have loved to have the sweep, but better than the split than getting swept.
Yeah, absolutely. One win always better than no wins, as you and I are both quite familiar with. So, really exciting stuff from both players. Thank you again for fighting through the lag to both of them and doing it live. It was really, really exciting to get to see those games. And, the lag played its part, good and bad. So it produced a banger. So we have more on the docket in about 20 minutes time. We're not going to waste any more of yours as we give you a quick break. And we'll leave you with the Urban that was set to run before these games. So before I go, Hummus, we're both stepping out of the booth. So anything we got to say before we get out of here?
Nope. Just thank you everyone for watching and tune in about 20-25 minutes for our second game of the night.
Sweet. Yeah, everybody enjoy the rest of the baseball this evening. We'll see you for a weekly roundup on Tuesday night this week. You heard it here first, and keep your eyes out for that announcement. But yeah, everybody, have a great rest of your evening.
XBL's AA returns to the stage for the first time since opening day with a top 5 thriller featuring 2 of the league's most balanced players. This rookie has jumped into the fray with astounding offense and a strong sense on the hill that has pushed them early to the top of the AA's title conversation. To face them is last season's runner-up, who is back on the warpath, aiming to snatch up victories with a balanced style of play and return back to the promised land. It is BigOBrad and the Odin Owls against Kawashi Blue and the St. Louis Icebergs.